I want to explain the box theory of addiction to you. Now, this is something that when I used to do groups, when I worked in the prisons, I used to use this as an analogy to help them understand their relationship with substance misuse. So if you think of whatever the substance is, whether it's crack, heroin, alcohol, cannabis, whatever it may be, okay, that substance is symbolic of the box, okay? And what happens is when they're outside of the box and they're dealing with life, situations, circumstances, and really those things that they're experiencing in life make them feel how those two individuals look on the page. They're scared, they're worried, they're anxious, they're fearful, they don't know how to cope, they don't know how to manage. And so what happens is when they take that drug, it's like going into this box. And in this box, there is no difficulties, there's no problems, there's no stress, there's no debts, there's no partners who are having a go, there's no children who are requiring things for them. It's peace, it's tranquil, it's tranquility, it's exhilaration. You're just by yourself and you're in your bliss moment. That's the high, that's the buzz. And so what happens is they go in the box for a little while and then they come back out again. Now, what happens is over time is because the box feels like such a nice place and it's a way to get away from everything, the individual then wants to go into the box more and more and more. Why? Because it gives them that comfort. It gives them that joy. It gives them that peace, that security, that happiness, and that pleasure. The difficulty is over the process of time, they then want to go into the box more and more and more. And eventually they want to stay in the box. The only problem is if they stay in that box, they will suffocate and die. And this is where the dilemma comes, because they are now trying to live inside the box when life calls for them to come outside of that box. And that is where you see it goes from the stage of buy-in to experimenting to binging to crisis and rock bottom. And this is the analogy of what many people who then develop an addiction are going through. Now, it's important that we understand that why they're seeking that box so much is those very things that we just looked at. But people are trying to flee the uncertainties of their situations because they feel born into a life that they never wanted to experience. And it's important that we understand that no one wakes up saying or is born saying, do you know what? My goal and my ambition in life is to inject crack and heroin into my groin daily. Like this is just, that just doesn't happen. And so it's important that we understand it is the uncertainties, the fears, the worries, the guilt, the shame, the trauma. It's all of these things that the individual is trying to escape. And they found a short-term measure that helps them. And so they keep going back to that because they don't know another way of managing, coping, and dealing with their situation long term.